Hello, I'm back. There you go. Carpet sale, 4 p.m. on March 5th. That doesn't really affect us. It'll be closed from 5 to 6. It'll be open at 6. I guess there's a small chance I could stream before 6, but then I won't get my turn-up price. Not that that really matters, because we did get our spike yesterday. So that's super cool, super exciting. I love that. It's a bit of a time last night, though. Honestly, it was a little bit of a challenge. We did not actually sell all the turnips that I bought on Sunday. Unfortunately, just based on how yesterday went, I did not have enough time to actually get to everything, which is fine. We did not. I think it's less than 2 inventories. It's like 1.6 inventories. Is probably what we missed out on. At the end of the day, it's not that big a deal. You know, it's okay. We did not lose out on that much profit. We're like talking like 1 or 2 mil, which at the end of the day, whatever. You know, it's like less than 10 minutes of me buying. So, is it really worth getting upset about? Not really. Not really. Now, we did have to do something that I would not normally do. In an attempt to try to sell things faster, I basically just started dropping all the money outside the store. Now, normally, like, when I have issues where I'm like, I don't know if I have enough time, I do things to make this, to make things better or faster or more efficient. Sorry, just checking the heat. Finding it a bit warm, but it's not warm. So it's just me. Also, I literally just sneezed as I was trying to start the stream twice, and that was annoying. Not a fan of that. Anyway, yeah, so in an attempt to try to actually sell as much as we could, I started dropping all the bags outside, which is not something I normally do. I'm not used to it, but I think it was slightly faster, but it still wasn't enough. And maybe if I'd started sooner, it would have worked, but we would have ran out of space. So, I don't know. If I had like 10 more minutes, we would have been fine, probably. But, like, that's all it is. It was a difference of like 10 minutes. We had our legendary door moment yesterday, so it's not like I lost completely. Anyway, there you go. This acre is now done. We have the 40 there. Now, this acre I completely took everything from. So yeah, basically I just like I deposited everything from like the store acre and B5 and like from the train station acre, and then I deposited a lot of the other stuff, but then yeah, I didn't really replenish the other acres. I replenished I replenished C5 and B5 with money as I was going, and I'm pretty sure they're both good, but I will double check them. And I dropped a little bit by the dump, but not everything. So we gotta like make sure that all the money's good everywhere at this point, you know? I'll get the full turnip stats at the end of the stream. Because again, I don't have them because we don't have all the money where it should be at this point. So like maybe more needs to go in the bank, maybe not. Maybe I have to pull out of the bank. I don't know. Also, we had some turnips that were saved from last week that were in the Lost and Found, and we couldn't even sell those either. We did not have enough time to sell the 9 there. It would only been 2 trips. So I guess, like, technically, we were really, like, 5 trips to the store short. But we had, like, 2 more trips that we could have done. So it was, like, 5 or 7 trips that we were short by. And yeah, 5 trips, I think 10 minutes would have covered that. So if things had just gone a little bit faster, or if I had just streamed a little bit sooner, would have been nicer, but unfortunately it didn't work out that way. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We're so close to the end here that it's not going to be a problem, you know? Like, I'll have the numbers, but I think I need roughly 121 mil at this point. I'm buying at least 5 mil minimum, right? And if that's the case, then like 3 more weeks is enough. Yeah, almost. Almost. Actually, not quite. Right? If 5 mil is 35 mil in profit, then it's not quite there. Anyway, this acre's good now. And then this acre's good. So those are two of the main ones. I think this acre's weird. The money is dropped in a weird way. So we have a bag here. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40. If I drop one more here, it makes 50. Right? So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 times 5, 50. That's 60. This is not how I normally do this. No, it really is not how I normally do this. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. That's 55. That's 58. That's 61. That's 64. Okay, great. This acre's done. This one, it's a little messy. Because, like, this is 15, right? That's 15. So then this is 15, and then that's 15. So that's 45, right? Between all those. And then that makes 50. That makes 55. That makes 60. That's 62. So then that's 64? Question mark? I mean, I should just do this. And take this. Alright, so if you look at this now, it's like, okay, there's 15 here, there's 15 there, there's 15 up there, and then there's 15 here, and then now we're 1 over. Right? Because 15, 15, 15, 15. So that is 60. So there you go. 64 here now. Let's see if we're lucky here today. Nope, I've been getting a lot of like 1,000 bells lately, which is annoying, but whatever. We don't really need spending money at this point, but if it was 30k, it'd be like, hey, that's cool. Okay. So money is good here in C5 and D5, and it's good at the bottom of C4, and it's good in D3. We did not touch here. The museum, I think, is untouched. Yes, that is untouched. So this acre is not good. We don't have any money here, so we're gonna drop 30k there. While I'm down here, I'm gonna look for Gulliver. Let's just get that out of the way, right? It's already been a little bit. I mean, yeah, I knew the stream would take a little bit longer than usual. Like, not much is going on stream just because we gotta, like, clean up after the turnips. But that's fine. You know, I don't mind having to do this today. It's, you know, it's good to just get the spike. And again, I might sell the 1.6 inventories of turnips that I have out today, depending on the price. Just to have that done. Wait, no. I need this, no. I need the statue. No. I need Lady Liberty. Tokyo Tower was the last new item I got. Bruh, come on. Yeah, second last Gulliver, Tokyo Tower, January 12th. And here it is, dropping it again. Can you drop me the last one, please? Ah, that's annoying. That's fine. I mean, it is annoying. It is also fine. I mean, Gulliver, again, we can't really get his items except for from him. So, like, we're kind of in trouble if he doesn't cooperate by the end. But we still have months before that's a concern. But I mean, like, if it, like, I'm just afraid, you know? I don't want this to turn to, hey, I'm just showing up every week until I find Gulliver, and then I'm out, you know? Because, like, that's a realistic possibility. depending on how everything else plays out. And yeah, I don't want to be in that reality. Also, Pokopia comes out tomorrow, so that's pretty exciting. I am planning to pick it up. I've been kind of on the fence, but the reviews are really good, and I've been like, man, I really should do this. I think it's gonna be fun. So that's kind of my plan. I don't know. I'll get my money's worth. Like, I don't know. Money is a weird concept, and everyone values it differently, obviously. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not arguing in favor of the game prices being expensive, but like, in reality, yes, maybe they're more expensive than I'd like them to be, but I also get most of my games on sale, and I only buy like typically 2 to 3, 4 new games a year. Everything else is usually like heavily discounted because I'm, patient and I wait. And, I only pick so many new ones to play per year. Last year, obviously, was a little different because the Switch 2 came out. So I got the good Switch 2 and had the bundle with Mario Kart World. And then I also bought Donkey Kong Bonanza. And then I got Metroid Prime 4. And it's like, okay, that's like... Also, I played like Pirate Yakuza. So like, that's already like 3 or 4. And then I guess I also bought Silk Song on launch. But that's like, indie and cheap. So it doesn't really matter as much. So, it's, I don't know, it's all relative, I guess. But, yeah. Anyway, so that's 15. That's 18. Let's do this, I guess. Okay, so again, this is like, that's 23, no, yeah? I mean, this is 1. So, like, that's 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 times 3 is 21, that's 23. And then we go like this and drop 24, 25, 26. And we can drop 27, 28. And like 29, 30. Okay, so the police station was from a week ago. That was from the last time when we lost money. Museum's still good. This acre's good. This one, untouched. The bottom half is good here. So C4 up top is now lower than it should be, I believe. I wonder if most of the money's actually in the bank right now. I mean, there's still a decent amount that's at the store. And there's still this. Anyway. I love cleanup. It's okay. I don't mind. Usually I like to do this as I sell. But again, in the interest of time, we did it this way. I don't know if there's any money here or if there's only like 15. Okay, there's no money here. Alright. Alright. Okay, so that's 15. We grab another 15, and then we're good. So again, sale is on Thursday, so the next... Oh, shoot, Sunday is our next visitor. And there's no getting around that. That's annoying. I don't like that. Actually, really don't like that. I don't... See, there was a time where it's like, oh, you can reset if you reload the game on a Sunday, it like, shuffles your turnip patterns, because every time you load the game on Sunday, it does that. And it's like, oh, well, if I had, like, a spike, I could load again, so, like, because maybe the other I don't know, like, I don't know. I think, like, it doesn't make much sense to do. I know, like, it's a thing, but, like, based on the odds, I don't think it's worth it. So I don't like doing that. And I don't like shuffling it because, like, I don't know, a lot of the time, like, when I'm not shuffling, it's like, hey, you're getting 3 to 5 spikes in a row, which is insane, right? So I don't want to mess with that. But if it's Gracie, then I kind of have to mess with that, which is annoying. Anyway, I keep this acre based off of my wallet. I based off of my letters, sorry. So if I have 3 bags of money there, I'm going to take those 3 away. Okay, so we got Gulliver. Imagine helping Gulliver with multiple people in a single town every week. I guess I'd be done by now, hopefully. Maybe not. Anyway, I guess we got like 2 more inventories of money to bring over to the post office, which is okay. Not too bad. So So let's just get that done, and we can check the price, sell if we need to. This must be an item that somebody buried that I somehow did not see. Okay, so we had 805.1 mil to begin with. Now we're at 856, which I guess says we're at like 51. And then 2 more inventories. It is pretty close to 52, which is what my math said it should be yesterday at the end of the stream. So I think we're all good. I think everything's in order. Just have to deposit this stuff and then get a total. But yeah, I'm pretty happy that we got a spike. Again, we're like getting close to the end. We're not at the end, but it is definitely feeling like we're close at this point, right? I am thinking 3 more spikes is the most likely scenario before we're done. Just based off of the amount we need. Because again, like, I have been doing a lot of weeks where it's like, you know, over 5 mil. Like, it's maybe 6, it's maybe 7, it's maybe almost 8, maybe it's over 8, right? And if I have another week like that, then yeah, it's pretty much locked in. And again, I have been like going very hard on turnips lately. I've been spending, you know, 2.5 to 3 hours to make sure that I can buy lots. So if I just keep that up for the next 3 spikes, I think we'll be done. There's a gyroid here. Was it raining yesterday? Am I mixed up? Was it raining yesterday? It might have been. I think it was. It was. Oh, shoot. There's gyroids to get too today. Okay, well, let me tell you. Let me start this off with a little bit of disappointment. I got the last tall gyroid that I need. Yes. Oh, what is happening? We have another one here? That's so easy. An Umbloid. I don't think an Umbloid is one of the basic ones that we need. I think it's a Sputnoid and something else. Could be wrong. I guess let me run around and look for some gyroids real quick. I'm assuming it's somewhere on the left side of my town because I've kind of ran around. Sorry, I've ran around most of the other acres on the right. So if I had to take a guess, I'd say it's probably on the left somewhere. So I'm gonna run over there actually. But first, I'm gonna pick up this money. I think we have enough room for all this. Should I look at my spreadsheet? Yeah, we do not need an Umoid. Again, there's a Sputnoid and a Strumboid. Those are the 2. So basically, if it's just a single gyroid, no like modifier, just the basic one. If it has an S, that's a good sign. And then we need 2 minis and 5 megas. So it doesn't matter which ones we need off the cut. Like, you know, that part's not important. Just for the sake of, oh, is this one of the types I need? Well, that's a good sign. And then we go from there. But yeah, I guess I forgot completely that it was raining. But then I happened to see that one dig spot. This is... Oh. Megasproid. Maybe. No. No, we don't need that. Okay, well, we got our 3 gyroids. Nothing good. That's fine. We already got 1 new gyroid this week. If we got 1 new gyroid each week for the next little while, I'd be pretty happy. So, I'm not gonna complain too much, but just again to double check, we don't need anything tall, we don't need the Umbloid, and we don't need this thing. Great. Okay. So let's put this money away. Again, I'm pretty confident that all the acres have been replenished now. And again, we are technically short a little bit on profit because A, we did not sell all the turnips during the spike. We were less than 2 inventories short. And last week we were down like 1.1 mil. I didn't have a chance to sell the few I didn't have a chance to sell the few turnips that did get put into the lost and found. Okay, that's the number I'm gonna stick with. So let's put that down. So 857375000. That's 52.2 mil. That sounds right to me. Good. So yeah, I mean, you could say I'm in the end game at this point. I don't know. I mean, the past 4 spikes have got me 206 mil. So, getting 122 in 3, or 121 in 3 is, you know, pretty realistic. But again, we've had really good spikes lately, so right? Like if I look at a different group of 4, it's only 100. If I look at this next 4, it's 150. The next one's 120. I think if you average all these ones, generally it's pretty good. Okay, anyway, so that's that. Now, if I take that number and I copy that into the bank thing, see, I think my prediction does not really work properly. It says I need 120.8 mil. So 120 mil. So that's 60 mil profit between 2 weeks, which is if I did better than my best 2 weeks, I'd be good. So I'm going to just say that's not going to happen. So 3 seems pretty safe. It just depends on how the money gets spread out. But anyway, let's check to see what the turnips are doing today, because if they're at a good price, I'm just going to sell and get it done with. Although I guess technically... they went down. Okay, I'm going to wait. Right. I bought at 125. They were at 131. I can assume that based on, right, like if it's at 125 times 1.05, 131, and times that by like 1.06, then it's like 139. So if it's a 139 and then you divide that by 0.8, no, 139 times 0.7 is 97. Yeah, so it would have gone down just today. So chances of it increasing tomorrow, very high. And then Friday we could also, or we just wait and sell it tomorrow and then it's like a little bit better. And I guess technically this could go in the bank, because I don't really need to keep it out with me, or I could just keep it until next time. It doesn't really matter that much. But I'm not going to sell today. It's literally going to take like no time, right? All the turnips are right here. It's two trips into the store. No problem there. Okay, now I didn't actually put the price. I forgot to put the price that I bought at. So 187.5 times 42 is 7.875 mil, whatever. Okay, so there you go. That's marked off. And yeah, again, basically, if you look at my turnip numbers, I need 120 mil. Right, I have 157.3 in the bank. There's basically 22 mil outside. You put those together, then yeah, I need 120 mil. So 3 spikes seems pretty likely. It says that if I had 2 more spikes and we averaged it, we'd be done like early April. That's just assuming we get a spike every other week, but that's saying 2 spikes. And again, I don't think it's good enough. I think 3 is more likely. If it's 3 at 5 mil, that's saying like mid to late April. But again, technically, it might not be. It could be done by the end of March if we got incredibly lucky. Also, there's like the raffle week, which could mess with things. So anyway, I don't know how it's going to go. We're just going to wait and see. But I'm happy we got a spike this week, right? We had this week. This year's been weird, right? We had 3 bad weeks. Then we had 3 good weeks. And then we had 2 bad weeks, except I skipped one of them because I was busy, which worked out nicely. And now we've had a good week. So I don't know if we're going to get another spike in a row, because it does seem to clump lately. I don't want to jinx it by saying that, but lately it does seem to do that. So I don't know if it's going to clump or if it's going to get all weird and wacky. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's it for today. So it was raining yesterday, so we dug up the 3 gyrates. We found them even faster than the other day, but we didn't get anything new. I sorted out the money away. I put that out, whatever. Okay, we made about 52 mil last night. A little bit short of what it should have been, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I'm still very happy with how that worked. We sold basically everything. Much better than that time in September when I bought like 5 mil and I only sold 3. That sucked. It was like, and I had a funny moment, so I'm happy with that. It's going to be a sale tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Shouldn't affect me too much. I guess I can wait until after 6 to stream, so that's no problem there. Unfortunately, though, that means that the next visitor will be decided on Friday, which means the next visitor will be on Sunday. And if that's Gracie, then that means I have to reload the game. And I don't like to do that when there's turnips, so I don't know. Hopefully, I really don't want Gracie to show up on Sunday. Like, please, be someone awful. Like, come on, don't do this to me. Anyway, so that's one thing. Because again, I don't like to... I guess maybe I could just not deal with her with everyone. I'd only deal with her with my main, which is not something I like to do, but I don't know. I'm just preparing myself for all the situations. So yeah, next visitor will be Sunday. I'm planning to do turnips on Sunday at this point, and then if that changes, I'll let you know. And yeah, we put all the money away, so we have 857 mil in the bank. We're looking at like 120.8 mil left, which should be fine over 3 weeks. Again, if I take a calculator out and I put 120 mil and you divide that by 3, it's 40. And if you divide that by 7, that's 5.7 mil every week. So obviously 5 mil is my current baseline, and if I had really bad prices for those 3 spikes, then it might be 4. But chances are that I'd have at least one good price, and if that was closer to 7 mil, then you take that 7, like the difference between that, which would be 1.3 mil, divide that by 2, you remove that from the entry, so it should hopefully work out. But anyway, we'll wait and see. I've done enough yapping. I've done enough of that. Anyway, yeah, so tomorrow I'll be on in the evening. It should be very quick. We've already seen Gulliver, and it's a sale. So really, we're just like, I could sell a few turnips and get that dealt with. That's about it. And there's no raffles to worry about. So we're just waiting for like spring clothing and Gracie and Gulliver and turnips. So yeah, anyway, that's it. I'm out. The rest of the week should be nice and chill, which is nice. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.